Hey there, fellow comfort food lovers. Welcome back to LMOS Kitchen, where we turn simple ingredients into pure magic. Today, I'm sharing something that's close to my heart and probably yours too. The ultimate mac and cheese recipe that'll make your family think you've opened a secret portal to cheesy heaven. I know what you're thinking. Another mac and cheese recipe? Really? But trust me, this isn't just any recipe. This is the result of countless kitchen experiments, taste tests that left me in food comas, and feedback from amazing viewers like you who've helped me perfect what I genuinely believe is the best mac and cheese you'll ever make. Let me tell you a story. Last month, my neighbor Sarah knocked on my door with tears in her eyes, happy tears, thankfully. She'd made this recipe for her picky 8-year-old who hadn't eaten a proper meal in weeks due to some eating challenges. Not only did he finish his entire bowl, but he asked for seconds and has been requesting Sarah's special mac and cheese ever since. That's the power of truly great mac and cheese. It's not just food, it's comfort, memory, and pure joy wrapped up in creamy, cheesy goodness. The secret isn't just in the cheese blend or the cooking technique, it's in understanding how each element works together to create something extraordinary. You know, here's where most people go wrong. They stick to 1 or 2 cheeses and wonder why their mac and cheese lacks depth. The magic really happens when you create a symphony of flavors, and I'm about to share my secret blend that took me, about 2 years to perfect. Sharp cheddar forms the backbone. It provides that classic mac and cheese flavor we all crave. But here's the twist. I use aged white cheddar instead of orange. The aging process develops complex flavors that make every bite more interesting, and skipping the artificial coloring lets the natural cheese flavors shine through. Gruyere is my secret weapon. This Swiss cheese adds a nutty, slightly sweet complexity that elevates the entire dish from cafeteria style to restaurant quality. It melts beautifully and creates that luxurious mouthfeel that makes people close their eyes and savor each bite. Cream cheese might surprise you, but it's the ingredient that creates that impossibly smooth, creamy texture. Unlike other cheeses that can become stringy when melted, cream cheese maintains its silky consistency and helps bind everything together perfectly. I've tested this recipe with 17 different pasta shapes, and I'm here to save you from my obsessive experimentation. While elbow macaroni is traditional and works wonderfully, cavatappi is my top choice. Those spiral ridges grab onto every bit of cheese sauce, ensuring each bite is perfectly coated. The key is cooking your pasta just shy of al dente, about 1 minute less than the package directions suggest. This might seem counterintuitive, but the pasta continues cooking when you combine it with the hot cheese sauce, and again if you're baking it. This technique prevents that mushy texture that can ruin an otherwise perfect dish. This is where the magic really begins, and honestly it's also where I see most home cooks stumble. A proper roux is the foundation of any great cheese sauce, and getting it right makes the difference between a sauce that's smooth as silk and one that's, well, lumpy and disappointing. Start with equal parts butter and flour. I use 3 tablespoons of each for a standard batch. Melt the butter over medium heat, then whisk in the flour gradually. Here's the crucial part. You need to cook this mixture for at least 2 minutes, whisking constantly. This cooking time eliminates the raw flour taste that can make your sauce taste chalky. Room temperature milk is non-negotiable. Cold milk added to hot roux creates lumps faster than you can say cheese sauce disaster. I learned this the hard way after ruining 3 batches in one afternoon when I first started developing this recipe. Add the milk gradually, whisking constantly. Start with just a splash, whisking until it's completely incorporated, then add a bit more. This tempering process ensures your sauce stays smooth. Once you've added about half the milk and the mixture is smooth, you can add the rest more quickly while continuing to whisk. Whole milk creates the richness we want, but if you prefer a lighter version, you can substitute half and half for part of the milk. I don't recommend going lower than 2% milk fat though. The richness is part of what makes this mac and cheese so satisfying. Once you've combined your perfectly cooked pasta with that silky cheese sauce, you have two options. Serve it immediately as stovetop mac and cheese or take it to the next level with baking. Both are delicious, but the baked version creates those crispy, golden edges that add textural contrast. So, if you're baking, here's my little secret for you. Mix half the cheese sauce with the pasta, pour it into your baking dish, and then pour the remaining sauce over the top. This technique creates layers of flavor and ensures the bottom doesn't dry out, while the top gets beautifully golden. Trust me, it makes a difference. Now about the breadcrumb topping, it's optional, but I highly recommend it. I like to mix panko breadcrumbs with a little melted butter and freshly grated Parmesan. The panko stays crispier than regular breadcrumbs, and that extra hit of Parmesan adds another layer of savory goodness. It's a game changer, really. Even with the best recipe, things can occasionally go wrong, and I want you to be prepared. If your cheese sauce breaks and looks grainy, don't panic. Just remove it from the heat immediately, and whisk in a tablespoon of cold milk or cream. Often this simple trick will bring it back together. You've got this. So, if your finished mac and cheese seems too thick, you can thin it out with just a little warm milk. But if it's too thin, don't worry. Remember that it'll thicken as it cools, and especially if you're baking it. The consistency should coat the pasta nicely, but still be creamy and flowing. This recipe is your starting point, but I encourage you to make it uniquely yours. Some of my subscribers have added crispy bacon, others swear by a hint of mustard powder for extra tang. I've seen amazing variations with lobster, truffle oil, and even jalapenos for heat lovers. The beauty of mastering this base recipe is that it gives you the confidence to experiment. Once you understand how the roux works and how the cheeses melt together, you can adapt and modify to your heart's content. There you have it. Everything I've learned about creating the perfect mac and cheese, condensed into the essential techniques that actually matter. This isn't just about following a recipe, it's about understanding the why behind each step so you can make this dish with confidence every single time. I can't wait to see your creations. Make sure to tag me on Instagram at LMOS Kitchen when you make this recipe. Seeing your success stories and variations absolutely makes my day. If this recipe brings as much joy to your table as it has to mine, please hit that subscribe button and share this video with someone who deserves the ultimate comfort food experience. Until next time, keep cooking with love.